Dean, congratulations on the new contract. In this age of a merry-go-round of managers, it's quite nice to see that a head coach is offered a new deal and a bit of stability for the football club as well.
Yeah, it is. I've made no secret that I really enjoy it here. I think there's good people to work for, and I go home every day, and the wife asks me how the day was, and I always say interesting. And if it's interesting, then it's enjoyable. And I enjoy the job really very much. Enjoy working for Matthew and Rasmus and Phil as well, and we've got a really good working relationship. So looking forward to continuing the work so far.
Was it a surprise when the club offered you a new deal?
Yeah, initially when it was done, I mean, because only a year into the previous contracts, but I think the methodology of the football club is not to let people go into their last years, which is quite often been seen with younger players, but I suppose it also gives a bit more stability, certainly with the head coach having a longer term contract as well and not allowing that to run. But we do regular appraisals, and during an appraisal with Rasmus and Phil, they were pleased with what me and Richard have brought so far, and offered us both a new deal, which was really nice.
So these negotiations have been obviously longer than the previous good run of results, but it's another good news story on the back of a pretty decent couple of weeks for the club. Yeah,
I mean, we've been talking. To be honest, I mean the offer was quite a while ago, when they told me they was going to offer a new contract, and I think because we've been coming up to the January window, we've just really not got round to doing it. So it was nice to get the transfer window out of the way, and then we could deal with it, and it didn't take long to sort out.
It's interesting, the window's gone and we've got some new faces in. Do you think that's made an impact as well? Because there is a danger sometimes with these transfer windows that perhaps the training ground can get stale if there's no new faces coming in.
Yeah, it can be, but Thomas came in early in the season, obviously, with me and Richard, so there's a new voice on the training ground as well, which has been helpful for me and Richard, but also bringing new players in always sparks a little bit more life into training on the training ground. But the kind of people who were brought in as well, we've all been Sergi Canos, everybody knows him and likes him. He's got the enthusiasm, flow, first taste of English football, and obviously the quality that Hotter brings as well.
And looking ahead to the rest of the season, targets are to win as many games as possible. There's a long way in the season to go yet.
Yeah, there is, and I think we've got over a third left still. And I think be well enough to know that I'll just look at the next game. Yeah, we'll have higher targets as well and further targets, but for me and the focus for the players is always just on the next game. I think Rasmus said in his comments yesterday, don't get too high, don't get too low, and that's what I've always stressed to the players. Concentrate on your performance, because that's the only thing you can affect. Too many outside influences can affect the result of a game, so it's important that they concentrate on how hard they work and their performance levels, and let the result take care of itself.